Wel- Welcome to the Socially Conscious St. Louis podcast. I'm your host, King David. I'm here with my co-host, Rebecca Quarles, aka Lady Q, the author, and my best friend. How you doing today, Becky? What's going on with you?
It is a good day,
FIC.
another day in the land of white people. It is great, I guess.
You know
Oh, wait.
Rebecca Black, she stay in a hair scarf. Shout out to stay in your head scarf.
And I bought it from a black-owned company, so I'm proud about that.
See, there you go. Black owned scarf company Rebecca bought it from. That's good. That's good.
Whatever, brother. What's up? What's up? How's your day been?
Uh
In the land of white folks winning and able to kill people and not getting no time or rape kids and only get 6 months in jail and, a year probation. Go ahead.
I mean, for me, I have just not experienced any of those things. Like on the personal side, like
hmm
deal with too many white people besides in my job, but they cool. So,
Yeah.
I mean, other than that, I don't really deal with white people. I don't really be in whitey land like some people.
hmm
So maybe it's because I do not dwell in whitey land is the reason why I have the perspective of I'm not surprised Breonna Taylor's killers did not get any time. Dude, I think
Me either.
some weird BS charge where they charged him from shooting in the wall, but
Wayington something. I forgot.
Anton,
Endangerment or something like that.
yeah, something they made up. They just made that up. It probably ain't never existed before. Like, we need to make up something to pacify the niggas. Wanton endangerment. Yep, that's what we're gonna go with. The niggas they're good with that. They're good with that. Yep, wanton endangerment. That's what we're gonna call it. Are you really surprised? I'm not saying the sister deserved to die. She absolutely did not deserve to die. Her boyfriend was absolutely justified in shooting at the intruders who did not announce themselves. But are you surprised?
Absolutely not. You are correct. It is called latent endangerment in the first degree under certain circumstances, manifests experience, indifference to value human life, engages in conduct which creates a substantial danger of death of serious physical injuries to another person. Something like that, you can only serve anywhere between 1 to 5 years, depending on the degree class. You may get like 90 days in jail. I'm not surprised. I've been seeing a lot of conversations on Facebook where people are outraged. It's a lawyer that I follow on Facebook, a very funny lawyer, and I can't think of his name right now. I'm always sharing this stuff. But McMahon, lawyer, something, James McMahon, I think.
Oh yeah, uh-huh.
He was posting a lot of stuff about Breonna Taylor and why her killer should have got more time, why it was completely unjustified. And when I tell you people was like coming at his neck, but he got clapbacks though. Shout out to for right now, I don't know if he's truly an ally or not, but shout out to James McMahon, my personal experience of the brother. I ain't never had nothing sideways and nothing like that, but it's been a lot
Right.
been coming at his neck. And everything that he's been posting about Breonna Taylor has been like on the mark as far as the law is concerned. I'll have to say I'm not surprised. Like when I heard the charge come back, I was like, oh, I'm surprised they charged him with anything at all. I thought everybody was gonna get off.
Essentially, they did. But again, you got to throw something out there. We got to throw something out there. Shot at the wall. Okay, there you go. Like
That was the waiting part. The one time part that he got
yes,
charged for, not even killing Breonna Taylor. They gave the mother like $12 million.
sure.
That's it.
They still believe that we are our parents and grandparents and forefathers' generations. They really do.
hmm
They think that, but Paul Mooney, the legendary Paul Mooney, this nigga has the funniest joke, like the funniest fucking joke. He said something like, "Yeah," well, he's like, "Yeah." He like, my grandkids, they not like my kids. They not like William. They not like us. You know what I'm saying? They not like my kids and myself. He like, they ain't scared of no dogs. He said, he's like, go tell a young black person to get off the bus. He said, go on tell him. Watch what happens. He said, ain't finna be no bus. All be walking. So, but they still feel that they can throw some little bullshit, petty ass charge out there, and we just gonna be okay with it. A lot of us are shocked, like, oh my God, how? I'm not trying to be cynical, but if you're still shocked at this day and age, then you might as well just stay asleep. Go ahead. Go ahead. If you feel like that, after all the centuries of injustice that has been documented, even on up until this day, where there's black people getting murdered every day.
Yep.
It's Sandra Bland, it's, Breonna Taylor, it's this guy over here, it's
Brown, George Floyd.
There, it's Botham Jean, it's Mike Brown, it's George Floyd, Eric Garner. Like, come on.
Shamir Rice, yeah.
Why you act like this is brand new?
Philando Castile.
Why you act like this is brand new? This is the same thing that's been going on over and over again. And people either just don't get it or they just refuse to understand.
You know, when I had somebody tell me, we had this conversation about George Floyd, I started the conversation with all the managers in my job. And when we were talking, all of the black people were just like stone faced. And I told them, I said, take a look at this. I said, you know how oblivious we had a mix. We had like half black people, half white, and then we had like 2 or 3 Hispanic people on the line. 2 of the Hispanic people dropped off. One of the Hispanic girls, she just cried and talk about how unfair it is. And, she's like, I'm scared for my daughters because they date African-American men, which I support, but I'm scared for them and I'm scared for their boyfriends, so on and so forth, right? And I said, if nobody has noticed, I said, we can all see each other, right? I said, look at all the black people that's on the screen. Every last one of us are stone-faced. I said, it's not because we don't care, because we numb to it. We used to this. This is our existence every single day. And one of the white boys said, you guys might be used to it, but because we're not, one, we have an obligation to teach them. And 2, he was like, I do find myself living in a bubble. Anything outside of my wife and my kids, like, I just really don't pay attention to. I said, so you're not online and you don't watch any form of news stories or any of that. He was like, well, yeah, but when those kind of conversations start, I just turn it off and go on to something else. I said, it must be nice to be white and privileged to feel like African Americans have to teach you why this is our existence every day. And it must be nice to be white and privileged for 2 to be able to move on to another channel and turn this shit off. We don't have that. We don't have that luxury. It must be nice.
Must be white.
And he was like, well, I'm just saying the caucasity of you.
The caucasity.
And tell me.
Of you Caucasians.
That we have to teach you why you oppress us. I say, in the words of this really nice Italian girl, I can't remember her name, who flat out told her white friend, it is not the job of the oppressed to teach the oppressor as to why they are being oppressed.
Right.
And Buddy got off the line.
Obviously. Obviously.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was the end of that.
I'm not surprised. I'm not going to be surprised.
Mm-mm.
I understand that everybody ain't going to make it.
Ain't gonna make it.
That's a sad reality of this world. Not everybody going to make it. The strong will survive and the weak will perish.
Mm.
Not saying that's as a metaphor to like go out and kill somebody, but I'm just saying like you got to have the spirit of a Harriet Tubman.
Mm-hmm.
What she had to do to make progress, to make change. And it wasn't by going through the court system, going through the white man, expecting the white man to come save you, expecting the white man was white supremacist. It's not all white people are racist, but a lot of you motherfuckers are complicit in the system of racism in which you are in. Therefore, by proxy, according to line 2, section 8 of the Black Codes, you are guilty of being a racist. Thank you very much.
What was it? Line 2, section 8?
Of the Black Codes, nigga, you are guilty of being a racist. You are guilty by association in the eyes of the law. If you are guilty by association, then you are racist. Because
in the eyes of the Black Code. Make sure
Right.
you look it up.
Look that up.
That boy rolled that shit out. Listen, and you benefit from it. You benefit from it, and you benefit from your complicitness. You benefit from all of it.
That's why I do not give to white bums. I do not give to white bums. No, Lord, no. Nope.
I'm gonna jump on my damn
They be
teeth.
in the hood too, because safe. Can't no black people go in a white neighborhood and stand on the goddamn interstate and do that. Okay, let's just make that perfectly clear. But I be seeing them up there on Berkshire and Union, right up there, right up the street.
Boy, you ignorant.
I be seeing them. They be standing there. Please, sir, could you spare some change? Nope. Better use that privilege, nigga. You white. The difference between a poor white person and a poor black person, because a black person is poor and black. The white person just poor.
I hate you so much.
Everybody hates me. It's okay. I don't mind being a bad guy because I say the things that nobody else wants to say.
See, I'm tired of getting inboxes about your black ass too.
You can hate me if you want to. That's okay. But I'm going to tell you the truth one way or another.
One way
or another, I'm gonna find you and I'm gonna get you shit. No. But yeah. Trump racist, Biden racist. Any more questions?
No.
Are there really any more questions? I just want to
know. No further questions.
We still out here surprised. Brother Reza Islam had wonderful picture. Let me see if I could open up my Facebook.
I love that brother. I love listening to him talk. Every man listen.
I'm gonna see if I could open up my Facebook one time so I can show y'all this picture.
Love me some Reza Islam.
What the lesser of two evils is.
Ugh.
Yeah. Let's go to the Facebook.
Reza Islam. People like, oh, you so fine. I'm like, I don't even be looking at him. I just be listening to him talk. That's all.
Very intelligent brother. He shared a wonderful photo that is the exact illustration of what exactly the lesser of two evils is. All right. Here it is.
Fighting Trump, yeah. Pretty much.
When I hear people say the lesser of two evils, One got a kente cloth KKK outfit on, and the other got the classic. See, that's like when you play Street Fighter, one of the fighting games, you got different outfits for the same person. This this is right here. You have the classic look over here. This is the classic look. You know, your Ryu in the white uniform or the Ken in the red uniform. This is your classic. And then you might have Ken or Ryu in the black one. You know what I'm saying? Same outfit, G. Same outfit, same person. They just have different views on how they feel oppression should go. I don't know why I have to explain this to so many people. And this is why I say about everybody not going to make it. Some people are going to be left behind. And I'm okay with that. I'm willing to make that sacrifice because some people, no matter what you do, they just stuck in a certain place. So they're like, oh, well, what's the difference between Trump and Biden? Not even getting into the politics, just as far as their personality is concerned. One is a liberal white supremacist, that will be Joe Biden. He likes to pretend he's your friend and, you know, he's friends with Obama. So therefore, by proxy, he's friends with all black people and all black people should love him. And he's good old Uncle Joe. And if you don't vote for him, you ain't black because he's your friend. He's Joe Biden. Trump will flat out, he is a conservative white supremacist. He believes that you should step off the sidewalk when a white person is coming through. He feels that he ought to be able to whoop your ass and not get charged for it, heal you and not get charged for it. He feels he can call you a nigga and be a straight up open racist. So the correlation between that and a person who is gay, right? You have openly gay, really outgoing, really flamboyant gay people. They out there, they on the front, they do whatever, wear whatever, they just flamboyant with their gayness. They want everybody to know that they're gay, right? Can we agree to that, Becky?
Yeah. Yep.
And there are people like that. That's okay. If that's what you choose to do, be you. By all means, go for it. Live your life. Then you have people who are like more like the Ellen DeGenereses, the Anderson Coopers, who are more conservative about their sexuality. It's like, I'm gay, but there's no need for me to like just tell the world and be like so open and you know about it. It's just like if you ask them, oh, are you gay? Or everybody pretty much knows that Anderson Cooper's gay. Everybody knows Ellen DeGeneres is gay. They don't make a big deal out of it. It's like, hey, I'm gay. This is my husband. This is my partner. I'm gay. So you got two different types of people. If they play ball, they will play for the same ball club. So you have an openly proud, flamboyant gay person, then you have a more conservative gay person. Both of them are gay. They just have different beliefs on how they feel that their life should go.
Yeah.
Trump believes that he wants to open it. Biden wants to write it in the law, which he knows you niggas do not read. He wants to put it in the law, pretend he's your friend, and oh, I'm Uncle Joe.
I eat fried chicken and hot sauce. You ain't black if you don't vote for me.
Red licorice, black licorice. Peanut M&Ms, regular M&Ms. Do you get the correlation?
It's still M&Ms, nigga. Still licorice, nigga.
So what is there to understand?
Well, you gotta vote for the lesser of two evils. I mean, at least is what they arguing about online. And I'm like, the lesser of two evils is still evil.
I know there's no hope for those over 40. I'm moving around so much, I'm messing up my lighting. But yeah, I know there's no hope for those over 40. was the reason why my mentor said, he's like, I'm no longer working with those over 40 because they don't have no desire to change. They don't have no desire to do anything.
Which is interesting because he over
From
40.
time to time, which he says the old Negroes have failed us. I know Tyreek has said it. Have said it. The older generation failed us.
Yeah, I've heard that several times before.
They had did what they needed to do then when they was young, instead of pushing for integration and interracial sex, we would not be in the situation in which we're in today, in which the generation has to fight. We the only ones that done did that. We the only. I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna be done, Rebecca. I'm gonna give you back the floor. Look at that new Ip Man. Look at that new Ip Man. They, yeah.
Oh yeah.
They came over here. Some of them was like, yeah, we just gonna do us, but a lot of them was like, oh, we gotta like play the game, and we gotta do what they want us to do. They did that for a little while, but eventually, when all the little Chinese people in the areas in like San Francisco, when they got their money together, they stopped all that. Wasn't no oppression of no Chinese, wasn't no killing of no goddamn Chinese, none of that. When they got their paper up, they stopped all that kowtowing and step and fetching. Rebecca?
I had a conversation like this with somebody over Zoom last month in August. And I was just talking to him about, some of the challenges I face at different jobs, about how I've had, the older generation tell me, don't look black, don't look white men in the eyes. They find it disrespectful, this and that. Like, just telling them some of my experiences and then telling them some things that I kind of go through. Not as bad with this job, but just here and there. And I had somebody who was in my age bracket, maybe a few years older, and was like, well, we can't hold them in judgment. One of the comments that I made was, I said, I feel like it makes me feel sorry for them, because I'm like, damn, where's your fight at? What happened to your fight? What happened to your drive? What happened to your, I see what my parents had to go through, so I'm not going to capitulate. Instead, it's like you raised your kids in that fear of, well, just make sure you work and protect what's yours, and damn everybody else. Like, damn your culture, damn all of that. Just make sure you go to work. I'm like, that's what I feel like our parents' generation did. And the bad thing is, it was two people that was on the phone with us, a husband and wife, who is in my parents' generation, and they was completely quiet. One was a teacher, one is a retired teacher, one is a tired engineer, whatever. And they were just sitting on the phone listening to me and this girl talk. And I was like, listen, I felt like it did us a disservice. Them just telling us to go to work wasn't enough, because you see what we going through. It's the same thing. It's just like I said, somebody posted something online from back in 1930s, 1940s that said, police stop killing us. An all black woman holding a sign, police stop killing us. I feel like they did us a disservice with not one, teaching us our culture. Even if they didn't learn their culture from their parents, they should have had a responsibility to want to know where they came from. And even if they did know where they came from, they didn't teach us anything. They taught us nothing. So then it's like, you teach us nothing but to go to work, get a high school diploma, make sure you go to college, because, our ancestors wasn't able to do something. We had to fight for education. That's all y'all taught us. You didn't teach us nothing else. And then we get out here in the world and we grown, and you I don't know what's wrong with y'all generation. Y'all just act like y'all can't this and that. Why? Because we fight against the resistance. Because I just said, I felt like they did us a disservice. And I feel sorry for them, because it's it kind of makes that shit pitiful to me. And she was like, well, you can't hold them in judgment. All you can do is pray for them. And you can't really hold them in the space of that, because they only taught us, they only know what they taught us. I said, okay, so if you're trying to say they only taught us what they knew, then what was the turning point in our generation? Because the same bullshit that we going through is the same bullshit that they going through. So what you trying to tell me? Our parents, the older generation was too weak to give a fuck? Like she says, well, it was a different time. It was a different thing. I'm like, the same things that they trying to tell us that we need to do now, they should have been teaching us that from when we were younger. Y'all want to wait till we're in our 30s, damn near 40s to be like, oh, this is what y'all need to do. Or for the majority, well, you just need to focus on your house and go to work and make sure your bills paid. And
keep your head down.
Right, keep your head down. Don't look the white man in the eyes. Like, come on, bruh. Well, we can't hold him in judgment now. Don't hold him in judgment. We just can't be so judgmental towards them. Again, it was a different time, and you should vote because there's too many people that died and sacrificed for your right to vote. Bitch, I'm so tired of hearing that. Like, listen, we know for a fact that the Electoral College picks who's president. I say, you want to know how I feel like they trick people into vote? Because they know niggas wouldn't vote for presidency if they could just vote without having to vote for the other bullshit. Like, stop trying to tell me there's a point in voting if it's not on the state and local level. Stop telling me it's a lesser two evils. Like, this is the same shit. And it's so hard because I hear it. A white man had the nerve to tell me he was pissed. I was like, he was like, are you going to vote? I don't vote. It is your duty and responsibility, especially you as an African-American woman, to vote. White man.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have any authority to tell me what my duty and responsibility is. First, I say, see, that's your privilege, always trying to tell a motherfucker what they should and shouldn't do.
Privilege.
I said, second of all, I don't need you to tell me what your ancestors put my ancestors through. I'm well aware.
Hello. Well,
what you do not understand is this. I understand history, and I understand how the executive branch and the legislative branch and so on and so forth. Like, I understand how all that works. And I understand that the Electoral College is who picks who's the president. I understand all of that. So don't tell me what my duty and responsibility is to vote for anybody. How the fuck is you as a white man gonna tell me what your ancestors put me through and then tell me that your people sacrificed too much because of what my people put me through and this is what I should be doing?
I'm
saying all that shit. Go ahead.
You see, Rebecca, it is that attitude right there that has caused the white people, mainly Democrats, to lose their ever-loving minds. Because of that right there. They need that black vote. Have you noticed on Facebook, every time you get on your Facebook, hey, have you registered to vote?
And Instagram. Kevin on stage made a YouTube video about it. Like, I'm tired of y'all telling me, and Twitter, tired of you telling me I need to go vote.
Oh, but it gets worse. It gets worse. And then after this worse, it's going to get even more worse, which is actually for us, but bad for them. So they have turned Foot Locker, Negro Heaven, Foot Locker, into voter registration sites.
Wow.
According to the Griot, Foot Locker is turning all of its U.S. stores into temporary voter registration sites and encouraging its core Generation Z consumer base to vote on Election Day. Athletic footwear and apparel giant is partnering with the nonprofit voter outreach group Rock the Vote to install voter registration hubs at its 2,000 plus namesake stores, along with Kids Foot Locker, Lady Foot Locker, Champs, and Foot Action.
Wow.
Today is September the 30th, 2020. So starting September 22nd, 2020, visitors to any U.S. stores operated by Foot Locker will have one-click access to a digital hub where they can check their voter registration status, register to vote, and sign up for election reminders. Prior to the coronavirus pandemic, voters would typically show up at college campuses, concerts, and festivals. But now those activities have been suspended, and civic groups have been forced to figure out new and creative ways to reach young voters. In a year marked with such uncertainty amid a pandemic and social unrest, our country's future and collective role in shaping it has never been more important. Richard Johnson, CEO of Foot Locker. At Foot Locker, our mission is to inspire and empower youth culture, so partnering with Rock the Vote was a natural fit to help educate and amplify the voices of today's youth. Now, you think that's desperate?
Extremely desperate.
So we got Facebook. Facebook is hella desperate. Now this comes from the Democrats. This next piece here definitely comes from the Democrats. If you trace the ones who did this video, it actually goes back to some Democrats. Not necessarily Joe Biden, but definitely the Democratic Party.
Get your booty to the pole, 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 yeah.
Did we get your attention? Good. So, you really not gonna vote?
You know it's more than just the president on the ballot, right? Check it.
A district attorney decides who to prosecute,
Including whether or not to go after dirty cops. Do you know who elects the DA?
We do, but you don't want to vote.
can't make it rain if you locked up on some bullshit.
Want trades and coding taught in our schools? Then vote for the school boards that will prepare us for the job market. Want to end cash bail?
Well, then vote for the sheriffs and county officials that feel the same way you do.
But you talking about, oh, they gonna pick who they gonna pick, shawty.
Ferguson just elected their first black mayor.
You know how that happened?
It's clear black lives don't matter to some of our current elected officials.
If they matter to you,
Then don't let other people decide who's gonna run your community.
get your booty to the poll.
Get your booty to the poll. Get your booty to the poll.
Get your vote, yeah, vote, stretch.
For information on how and where to vote, as well as resources to find out who's running where you live, go to getyourbootytothepoll.com.
To the pole, get your booty to the pole, get your booty to the pole, get your booty to
Oh, get your booty to the phone. I was like, what in the absolute hell is this?
Do you realize how disrespectful that is?
It is extremely disrespectful. I was like, come on. And who made this video is the question. I can't remember.
One of my Facebook friends actually found the information, but when you follow the traces back, it goes to probably like a, low-level, mid-tier Democrat person. They out here panicking.
Someone said, Cardi, look what you said. The DNC thinks
you got Cardi B friends up here talking about rock the vote and shit, trying to get black folk, because I'm like, honestly, not saying that white dudes do not buy sneakers, but you know that black folk and sneaker culture, niggas go crazy. They go to Foot Locker. I used to go to Finish Line or whoever had the cheapest. And Foot Locker had the shell toes for $89, and Finish Line got the shell toes for $80. I'm going to Finish Line. I ain't brand loyal, but you don't see them treating another demographic like this. You don't. Not even close. Did they hire a mariachi band and a bunch of fucking Mexicans and some stereotypical Mexican clothing to get the Mexicans to vote? You realize how disrespectful that is?
And somebody said, wow, I see most of these people who posted comments missed the message. So are they so they are strippers. Does that not mean they are wrong or less than? Just vote.
It's not about being wrong or less than. When somebody disrespects you, they will try to get your attention like this. Hey, look at this booty. That's all you Negro men vote for. Because, see, they tried to get the black women. Well, you black women are strong. You don't need black men. And black women was like, look, nigga, we not falling for your shit no more, so you can take that on elsewhere. Well, you black women, you are the backbone of the black community. Vote for us. Black woman was like, nah, we not having it. So now they trying to get the black man. Oh, if we get these strippers, I could just see a bunch of they racist asses in a room. We need to come up with something to get this black vote. What do we got? What do Negroes like? What do Negro men like? Strippers, sir. Strippers. All right. Now, how are we going to get these strippers to get them to vote? And they just in here brainstorming, having a whole think tank, trying to figure out some disrespectful shit to send the black people to try to get these niggas to vote. Oh, look at that. Because I seen a bitch ass with the words vote on it, that's going to make me run down to Foot Locker right now and sign up to vote. Really? Really? You don't treat no other demographic like that. Why you feel you got to treat black folk like that? Black folk like Foundation of Black Americans, you know. Don't disrespect anybody else, but this is not your movement. This is our movement. You know, you do you over there. We're going to do us over here. And if you down with this reparation shit for Foundation of Black Americans, you can be invited to the barbecue. But if you like Candace Owens and Jamel Hill, because, you know, Jamel, she was co-signing this video. I got it from her page. Well, I don't see what the problem is. You're a part of the problem. That's the reason why you don't see a problem with this. Well, if it gets black men to vote, so you have to appeal to our physical instead of our mental. Basically, it kind of goes back to the old stereotype that black men think with their phalluses. It's all they good for. They not good for nothing else but hard labor and breeding. Black men are only good for their phalluses. Black men are hypersexual. This is where all this Super Predator 94 crime bill shit coming to play at. They're super predators. They're hypersexual. They're hyped up on hormones. They can't control themselves. In fact, there's a black person assaulting a white woman in a dark alley right now.
Yep.
That's how they think.
I agree.
These strippers. Let's get these strippers. Get your booty to the pole. Get your
booty to the pole. Get your and then what they did was they made it catchy so niggas be like, get your the most low energy, low vibrational bullshit I have ever heard. In the sense of you come out with something catchy because you know niggas like a good beat. Men like strippers. What they feel like is black men like strippers, and everybody likes a good beat. And let's come up with something catchy. They probably paid them bitches $25 and a box of Black and Miles. Like, that's just free promo. The promo was the rest. You know what I mean? Like,
who enjoys seeing strippers on TV?
Any man that's gonna watch TV, you see ass shake, you'll be like, oh.
No, because like having strip tease, shaking your booty, and actually watching a porno are two totally different things. Like if a nigga want to see a stripper, he actually want to go see a stripper.
But if you watching TV, just so happens that you see an ass cheek, you're gonna be like, hold up, is that an ass cheek?
Right.
Rewind that. You might be like, you can't believe
going back and forth on the ass cheeks, and it creates like this whole like visual vortex and shit, like a genjutsu from Naruto. Cracking back and forth with that vote on it, it's gonna on you. And you gonna go sign up at Foot Locker so you can vote Donald Trump out the November the 7th. I figured it out. It's a goddamn genjutsu.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if I spit this damn tea out, fucking with you on my laptop,
Hypnotized, no Biggie Smalls, nigga. They be like, I can't take it. It's too serious.
Boy, you stupid.
Again, I ain't mad. I know how they do. So it's funny to me. Like, it's disrespectful as fuck. Don't get me wrong.
Can you imagine going to a strip club and hearing that bullshit? I mean, I'm not saying you go to strip club.
Got that new cut. Get your booty to the pole. Get your booty to the pole. Get your booty to the pole.
Like, what the hell?
Damn, that shit actually right, nigga.
Right.
Damn, nigga, I think I'm finna go to Foot Locker right now, nigga.
It ain't even election day. I'll wait.
Not.
Like, come on, bro. Like, look how. First of all, it's not only just disrespectful to them, it's disrespectful to us. Like, look how dumb. It's like basically they showing us like we think y'all niggas is stupid. We think you dumb. Like,
you ain't black if you don't vote for me. Joe.
You ain't black.
That's
what he said.
No, you ain't black.
That's what he said.
Y'all don't think that's disrespectful? See, y'all, he came in under Obama.
And y'all, I was about to say, and y'all president. Y'all say y'all president is still Barack Obama. And y'all president is endorsing this nigga, which is interesting because he was refusing to endorse this nigga at first. But now he endorsing this nigga, the nigga that said you ain't black if you don't vote for me.
They birds of a feather though, because that's who he picked to be his vice president.
That is true.
This y'all president, okay? So let's put two and two together, okay? Barack Obama, 2008, he became allegedly the first black president of the United States. Under his 8-year term, black people didn't get shit. Wait. We did get something. We got the blue alert laws. That's what we got. So now they can kill us with impunity. And it can happen if we shoot at the cop, like Breonna Taylor's boyfriend.
Yeah.
It's a crime. Even though you broke into somebody's house.
Yeah.
Out yourself. You just busted in, had the wrong house anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But then y'all like, and don't get me wrong, I was all about my president is black, my Lambo is blue. I was partying up like everybody else, but then I was a little younger too, because I was like right around, I think it was like 18 when I first voted. So I was real young. I was real ignorant. I'm 33 now, so I know, you know. Okay, that's cool. Your president's black, your Lambo's blue, but we got our ass whipped under Obama. And Joe Biden, who's 94 crime bill, Joe Biden.
Yep.
The architect, Biden's law. Not to mention all the other shit he did before he did that. He didn't just pop out and be like, hey, Biden's law. Like, he did some shit all the way up from like the 70s, the 80s. You know, a sweet progression of oppressing the Negroes through law and legislation. And that's who Barack Obama picked to be his vice president / running mate. Obama signed the Blue Lives Matter laws. You're not black if you don't vote for Joe Biden, because it goes down smooth with Barack Obama when he really didn't give you a fuck about you anyways. That's the correlation. So if you look at Joe, look at Obama. They the same. They birds of a feather. That's why they get along so well. Don't let smooth taste fool you. That's basically what happened. That's like when your mama trying to give you that cough medicine and she doing the airplane. You don't want the cough medicine, so she gonna switch it up on you. She gonna give you some pudding or something, a little piece of ice cream. Boom. Feed you ice cream. And
don't get you some ice cream and then
get another scoop of ice cream. Here come that tussin. Yeah, tussin.
This bitch got 2 spoons. She got one with ice cream on it, the other with the medicine. How the medicine open up for me, and your dumb ass, you ain't even looking. You just she be like.
That's how they get you. That's how like 3-card money, you know, the seashell game, all them little gambling games that you see on the street. That's how they get you. They let you in to let you in, and they're spending that big money, putting 50 down, 100 down, up, down.
Yeah.
Hey, you won though. Better luck next time.
Yep.
All them niggas kiss my ass. All them niggas can kiss my ass. You know who else can kiss my ass?
Who is that?
DJ Vlad can also kiss my ass.
He, yeah, it don't surprise me.
DJ Vlad can kiss my ass too. Not to say that I've always known that Vlad was kind of suspect. Like,
Culture vulture for sure.
For sure. And I always kind of knew that. And I would only watch interviews in which I thought was interesting. Anyways, the only credit I will give him, the fact that he's actually willing to interview people who ain't nobody else interviewed for real in years.
Yeah.
The Vlad will dig anybody up and bring them on his channel. So, and it turns out letting people tell their stories, the nigga actually gets good interviews.
True.
When he's not talking over his guest, that is. So, if I'm not mistaken, it was at the 2020, it was, well, obviously it's 2020, but it was at the Savior's Day convention when Minister Farrakhan was talking about the fake Jews, the Heist Coast Jews, or His Coast Jews, I guess you could say. And he said that something to the effect of you should cast a stone. DJ Vlad took that as, yeah, he's calling against violence against Jews. I'm a Jew, even though you claim you're not a
You're an atheist.
He claims he's not a practicing Jew. He just comes from a family of Jews. But here you are getting mad about some shit that you completely blew out of proportion on purpose.
Yes, he did. He did say he did it on purpose.
Of course, he did it on purpose.
And he said that at the end of the day, he's still going to make his money.
He wanted the minister to come on his platform so he could talk to the minister.
Why should he?
And first of all, the minister said the stone of truth. He didn't say cast the stone. He said cast the stone of truth.
Yep.
And he wanted to get the minister on there, and he got mad that everybody was like, hell no. Lord Jamar was one of them folk like, hey, got meeting with the minister. Godfrey was one of them.
Yep.
A lot of people like, hey, bro, who was you, bro? You don't get to interview with the minister.
Yeah, and I think Godfrey and Lord Jamar called him on a conference call, and he knew they was on a conference call.
Right. Let me see. Let me see if you can hear this, because this is the actual video of Lord Jamar and Godfrey talking about them boycotting Vlad TV.
You know, you and I are here to show an example of being on code with your people. Okay, now many of y'all think, oh, this motherfucker Vlad was putting money in y'all pockets and all. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. Yeah, like this motherfucker, you know what I mean? I wasn't getting paid from this motherfucker. Okay, let me tell you why. My real reasoning of being on there was to have a viewpoint like mine be proliferated to the masses right now when it's needed.
Right.
And that's what was more valuable to me than anything. Fuck the money and all this type of shit. I'm trying to touch people. So again, this you can have that same you can have the same mentality of selling records out your trunk, or you could sign with a major label. You know what I mean? And it's pros and cons to both.
And most record most artists they're signed under white labels, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right. I'm just saying, like we're all under a regime of so-called white folks running shit. So when people tell us, oh man, look what you doing on Vlad, you coon. First of all, we ain't buck dancing, we ain't coons. So you need to look at the shit we did in the past. Don't fucking nullify the shit we've done in the past. And another thing is, all the people that are talking shit, the way they were talking, just the way they were coming at us, I thought it was unfair. That you can be mad, but don't be saying we cooning and buck dancing. It's like the one guy that was talking shit to me not too long ago that was looking for you. And I said, my man, since we coon dancing, why don't you quit your job where you punch in and work for the white man? And why don't you quit your job since you talking that shit? I said, me and Jamar have worked for ourselves for a long time. We don't work for anybody.
Thank you.
We're independent contractors, man. What'd you say?
No, I said, thank you, Timmy Cattell. It was a donation.
Okay, we're independent contractors. I have white people work for me. I'm not told what to do ever. All I do is when I get a job, I contract myself, I do my job, and I get the fuck out. But half you motherfuckers that are shitting on us work for somebody white. You work for somebody white. You smile and you say niceties and you, I'll see you later, Bob. But I'm just being honest.
Well, listen. So after watching that and all of that, and I said, you know what? I'm actually in agreement with everything that was said, basically.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
So, and again, we told this motherfucker to apologize.
We told him.
I'm the one that got him to do what the fuck he did, basically, with the editing and all of that type of shit.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
You know what I mean? People wanted to go further. I told him, yo, let's take it further. So now, basically, yesterday, Godfrey and I had a discussion with this man, and it was like, yo, bro, either you're going to apologize to the minister or we not fucking with you no more. Period. Like we got to stand in solidarity with our people. You know what I mean? We got to be on code the same way you was on code, Vlad, because you claim to be a Russian Jew, but you claim to be an atheist like you're not a practicing Jew. You claim that you're not a practicing Jew, but as soon as something is said about the J Mafia, you fucking got a problem. You fucking, you're offended by the shit. Talking about hate speech and all of this type of shit. And it's like, yo, fuck out of here with all of that shit. So you're going to automatically be on code with your people, even though you don't even really practice that. So guess what? We're going to be on code with our people. So today, so what did he say? He said he's sticking to his guns. He's not apologizing. All right, well, you've now lost two of your biggest draws to your channel. Now, right now, he's saying, oh, I had the biggest month ever, without certain people on the channel. And I was one of them. I wasn't on the channel this past month, but he's saying he had his biggest month. All right, cool. Well, we'll see now, okay? Because I know for a fact, I personally brought mad motherfuckers on there that wouldn't have interviewed with him until they seen me on there. Like, oh, shit. And was intrigued by what I was saying and all this type of shit. There's plenty of people on this motherfucker right now who is like, yo, I hated the Vlad channel. I only watched the shit because you was on there, motherfucker. Or people like Godfrey was on the motherfucker. You know what I mean? So now, since he don't want to respect the culture like we need him to respect, now Operation You're Corny as a Motherfucker If You Go Up to Vlad is in effect. Point blank. Like, and don't think that I don't have that type of power, because I do. Okay? I'm the one who single-handedly stopped motherfuckers from wearing skirts in hip-hop. Hang on. Let me give myself a round of applause for that.
You single-handedly? Right on.
Long story short, they called for a boycott of Vlad TV. And I'm okay with that. I am absolutely okay with that. I subscribe to Vlad TV.
Yeah.
And I give a fuck. I don't really miss it because half the time I don't watch probably 90% of the interviews that dude got. I'll just be honest with you. If I see somebody who intrigues me, there go Twister. Oh, okay, let me click on that. That's pretty much how. Oh, Lord Jamar. Oh, I like Lord Jamar. Oh, Godfrey. Let me hear what Godfrey got to say. Let me click on Godfrey.
You know what's sad? He's still getting a lot of interviews.
Who, Vlad?
Because I'm not subscribed to him. I'm just looking it up. He's still getting some from Freeway, unless these are like interviews he did prior to the boycott. But Freeway Ricky, Shaka Khan, Charlamagne the God, Kid from Kid and Play, Michael J. White, John Sally. I mean, I'm not subscribed to him, but I will tell you this. I think Vlad had like over 5 million subs and he's down to 4.26.
That's good. That's a start.
Yeah.
I mean, 99% of the people he interviewed are black. And they're in the entertainment business.
That's true.
It was only like people like Michael Francis and
a couple other white people.
A couple of other people.
Right.
A little Salt Bay worth of sprinkle.
Yeah.
A little Salt Bay on, had a little white and some Chinese in there.
Mm-hmm.
98% of his audience, 99, I'm going to say 99% of all the interviews are black folk.
That's true.
If
he don't pay for interviews.
No, he don't.
And that's one of the things that Godfrey was talking about, because I follow Godfrey and I follow the podcast that he does with Jamar and Raw Digger, which is the Yada That Me podcast. And then Godfrey does Godfrey We Trust. He does that on I think it's Gas Network or whatever. Anyhow, he was saying how, Godfrey, how Vlad TV, how he doesn't pay for his interviews. And he was like, we always giving our talents and all that type of stuff for free. I feel like me and you had this conversation too. I'm sure we have, where he was like, we always giving our talents and our cultures and all that stuff away for free. And how, Vlad makes most of his money from the black community. Like 90, you say 99, but I'm like, shit, 99.9% is all, his interviews are black. You pay for not one interview, and it's like, okay, well, people going on Vlad TV, and I feel like me and you had this conversation too recently, how people go on Vlad TV and they be like, man, he gonna blow me up. He gonna blow me up. No, you are blowing him up. Because without you, his channel wouldn't be shit.
Sure.
Yeah.
And let's be honest, the nigga asked very incriminating questions.
Facts. And Lunel called him out for that plenty of times on the interview she done. She was like, see, Vlad, you always asking me these questions that's going to either get me locked up or get me in some kind of trouble.
Yeah. I remember he asked Twister about gang violence in Chicago. And Twister basically like, well, the violence ain't new. This, that, and the third. It's been going on for a while and something like that. And Vlad's like, well, can you go into details? He's like, no, Vlad,
That's not something you do, especially about Chicago.
And Twist, people like, oh, I'm so glad Twister ain't say nothing. I'm so glad he ain't speak on Chicago. Woo. Man, Twister OG. He know what it is.
That ain't Chicago. Leave that alone. I know, leave that alone.
He not for the snitch on the streets, like what's not for
and just how Chicago run, like nah. It don't even matter how I know to leave it alone. Just leave it alone. Like yeah.
Well, one of the best interviews Vlad did was you guy from Wu-Tang Clan.
Yep.
That nigga, you guy was like, hey Vlad, hey, why the fuck you ask me all these questions like that? That nigga Vlad got real uncomfortable.
Oh well, you know, I was just
I
was just, you know, asking you.
You guy was looking like, hey, nigga, I'll whoop your ass right here, nigga. No.
Ask all these stupid ass.
Like, why you ask me all these stupid ass questions, Vlad? Well, I thought the people might want to know.
You're right. You know, I just nervous real quick, didn't you?
For real, yeah. So talk about the death of your son. What? My son? Why the fuck would you bring that up? We are real uncomfortable. So boycott Vlad. Please boycott Vlad. Please, please, please. Boycott the man. If you don't, hey, do what you do. But I have stopped following people for less. There was a dude I used to follow on YouTube. I thought he made really interesting car videos. I'm to find out, like, all the donations and stuff that he was getting from his views and just donations from his patrons in general. Dude was like hella ungrateful. You know, he didn't really have like any packages set aside for like people who donate, say, $500 a month, you know, which would be like top tier. You know, like he was just unappreciative of his fans and the people who were funding his YouTube lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
And after that shit, after I kind of found that out, I stopped following dude. And I thought about it another day. I was like, oh, okay. I was like, oh, well, like these people are living vicariously through you, through YouTube, because we think you make interesting videos.
Yep, that's it.
But if people are straight give it to you, bruh, and they donate to your cause, so you can ride around in your nice ass whip and get nice ass shit done to it, so you can perform and video record nice ass videos, you should be a little bit more grateful to the people who are funding your lifestyle.
That's it.
That's what I'm saying. Speaking of lifestyle funding, your boy Boosie Badass.
Nigga, I am damn my boy. I know that nigga.
You don't like Boosie Badass?
This is the thing.
See, I think Boosie is
I like Boosie. I think I like Boosie because I think he's funny. I think he's 100% authentic. Even with this begging he been doing, I think he's 100%
authentic. Been doing more begging than Keith Sweat out.
Please, please, come on, David, please,
please, please, please. IG, please don't go, please, please, please. IG, please don't go. IG, please don't go. Oh, I gotta know. Please, Mark. Please, Mark Zuckerberg. First of all, he get his name right. Not that I really care, but Mark Zuckerberg. Come on, Mark Zuckerberg, man. You take good away, man. Boosie need that IG. I like Boosie. I really do. I think he's a genuine person. I think he really cares about his kids and his people. I think he's a nice dude. And he definitely, like, is very intelligent. You know what I'm saying? He might not be the most book-read brother, but that's okay. You know, I just don't see what you doing all this begging for, man. What are you doing that for? Like, okay, was you getting paid to promote people products on IG and you mishandled that by having bitches' titties out and shit on IG Live? Like, and you got shut down. You got leave for life off Instagram.
I'm trying to figure out who he pissed off. Like, who?
A lot of people.
Who famous chick did you have that pulled strings? Like, I'm just
had like Titty Tuesdays or something. He had like to show Titty Tuesdays. Like, if a bitch get on live and show her titties, like Girls Gone Wild, like he'll cash at you like $500. $500, man. Show me your titties, man. And the girl be like, oh, Boosie, I'll show you my titties. He be like, show me your crib. We walk around the crib. And that nigga back there. Oh, he ain't nobody. That's your nigga. Fuck it. Fuck him. Shit. $500. Show your titties right now. She be like, bloop.
Mm-hmm.
He like, $500. You show me your titties in front of that nigga. She be like, bloop. You mishandled your Instagram account where you was making promotional money, probably by sharing people stuff or wearing people stuff, taking pictures with it, putting it on your IG. You was getting money off of that. Especially coronavirus where you can't perform for real. You know, you're not getting that $100,000 to show.
Yep.
Although the nigga did say he resourceful. He did say that nigga go to projects and perform on top of a car for $2,500.
Straight up. And he gotta get his money. He gotta get paid.
So you can tell that nigga hustle. He like, hey, Vlad, times
He count.
Vlad. He like, hey, times get hard. Shit, I'll do a show $2,000 on top of good. He like, tell me you ain't gonna take that $2,000.
Don't Facebook own IG Mark Zuckerberg, right?
Yes, he does.
I wonder if they took his Facebook page.
I don't know. But you can post niggas fighting and killing each other, but can't show no titties on Instagram. Okay.
Oh no. I think they took his Facebook page too.
Damn. Well, Rebecca, it seems that 2020 has taken another one of our elders home.
Hold on, I'm wrong. He got his Facebook page. Go ahead, I'm listening.
Yes, one of the leaders of the Kool and the Gang band passed away.
Yes, I heard about that.
Okay. I know we supposed to do this last week, and I had the article and stuff on my page somewhere, but because got sidetracked or whatever. But yeah, Ronald Callis was the singer, songwriter, and saxophonist in the group Kool and the Gang, has passed away.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, Kool and the Gang is one of my favorite bands. I love bands. I am saddened that bands went away. Like Kool and the Gang and Lakeside, Function, Midnight Star, Atlantic Star. Bands. Mint Condition, I love bands.
Yeah.
Kool and the Gang got some straight hits.
Yes. Man, listen.
And that Summer Madness, nigga, that Summer Madness. I used to hear your parents playing that Summer Madness on the damn record player, and you didn't never know what it was. You like, damn, that shit's tight. Then you like, damn, that's tight. What the fuck is my parents listening to? They was listening to that Summer Madness. Some of y'all was conceived off of that song. That's all I'm saying. Love Kool and the Gang. Rest in peace, Ronald. You definitely left a lasting legacy. You and your brothers.
Yeah.
Respect. Can't really say nothing else.
Yeah. Peace to the God, man.
Straight influential. Kool and the Gang is very influential in the black community. Very influential.
Yeah.
I know they had a career that spanned over 2 decades. I think they started in the 70s and then kind of progressed in the 80s. The band formed in 1964. So that tells you how long they've been around, but
2014 was 50 years.
And, without actually going into all the details and stuff, I'm pretty sure the band has evolved and changed before they became the Kool and the Gang as we know it.
Yeah, 56 years.
But
They've been around.
Half a century. Over half a century. Legacy.
That's what it's about.
There'll never be another Kool and the Gang.
Just like if Earth, Wind, and Fire was gone, like, and it never been, you know what I'm saying? Like,
and one of the members did die. One of the members of Earth, Wind, and Fire passed away. I think it was Philip Bailey. I think.
Yeah, dang, that's right.
Did. Hell, even Steve Harvey, coon ass. What black man you know gonna be playing as the ship going down? Cool, the gang gonna be wrapping up cords and shit. Hey, come on, unplug that out before somebody fuck around and get shot.
Hurry up, let's go. We gotta get out of here.
This shit's going down. Somebody fuck around and get shot.
Let's go.
Oh, the gang would have been wrapping up shit. Let's go, goddammit.
Woo. Yeah, baby. White people, well, we're gonna die anyway.
Right. The white man, well, we're going down. Let's just nigga. Black people be like, hey, fuck them instruments. God damn it, let's get off this boat. Black people don't play that. That's why we don't be in horror movies.
We know danger, but listen, and I am a true testament to that. Hey, we had that damn rain last year. We was driving through Kentucky and North Carolina. Man, that rain hit. I was online like, the rain was just hitting the car too hard. I was like, something don't feel right about it. I was like, hey, we turn around. It took me about 10 minutes of convincing. Nigga, we turned around, made it back to Illinois. The next morning you wake up, oh, it was a major flood going through Kentucky and so many cars went out the ravine. Listen, I was like, hey, we turn this around.
Turn it around.
We get the hell out of here. And I'm like, hey, man, something don't feel right. We got to go. We ain't making it to North Carolina.
Black people don't go towards danger.
We get away from this shit. I was like, hey, we get away from this. This ain't right. Straight up.
What that nigga Aries Spears say, white people be in the woods partying and shit. What in the fuck was that? I don't know, but let's go check it out. Nope.
No, baby. It was probably this is what they do first. It was probably the wind. Let's keep dancing.
Black people in the woods. What the fuck was that? I don't know, but let's get out of here.
Listen, we had somebody when I was like 13, 14. I was at my sister's house, and somebody we thought somebody tried to break in. When I tell you we didn't speak a word, she had what she had, my stepdad had what he had, and I was coming up out the basement. And they looked, and we was all doing hand signals like,
nigga.
Hey. It's like, hey man, listen, we don't do that at all. You good, bro?
Oh, I'm straight. I'm just propping up our next visual presentation.
There you go.
On my computer.
There you go with this bullshit. Your face is looking like you on some bullshit. That's the bad part. You can't even hide it, bro. Yo. What is this?
Let's go to it then. Let's get into it, Rebecca. Where is my shit at? Here we go. That's what I want to share. It's right here.
Nigga. Yeah, I heard about this. And she allegedly had asked for some more money, like another additional $30,000 after this check.
So there's $353,000
$571.85. You know how
where the hell you get 85 cents from, ho?
That 85 cents is petty. That 85 cents hella petty.
85 cents?
That 85 cents petty as hell, bro.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
You signed a prenup. First of all, okay, let's backtrack. You gave up your exciting career as a lawyer to go marry Dr. Dre. Then you waited 20, 30 years for the nigga to become a billionaire.
Mm-hmm.
You feel like it now is the perfect time to get your old pussy back on the market.
Ooh, and she got to rejuvenate it, allegedly.
I'm sure she did with that billionaire money.
With that 85 cents, allegedly.
You wanted all your little spouses support and all that good stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You signed a prenup, so you're not going to get any divorce settlements. But now you expenses, clothing expenses, food expenses, car expenses, schooling expenses, miscellaneous expenses, expenses on top of expenses.
Right.
$500,000 a month. Really?
Right.
Really?
She's serious about that money.
But Snoop was wrong for saying bitches ain't shit.
Did you get the messages I sent you?
What messages were those?
I thought I sent you some messages about the text messages he was sending her.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. And he is still madly in love with his wife.
Yep.
Poor Dre. Getting your heart broken. You really love that little multiracial woman. It's okay. We understand. You love that little multiracial woman, but she is a raggedy bitch.
She is lousy for that. I agree.
50 Cent called her out on Twitter, and then here come their daughter. Don't you talk about like that to my mom. She would never do nothing like that. Woo-woo. I get it. That's your mom. I get it. I understand. You're going to take up for your mom, but don't be so naive as to think that your mom would not do some foul shit, okay? Let's be honest with you. Let's be honest, Rebecca. Can we be honest? Can we have a truth moment? Can we have a truth moment?
Sure, we can.
I know all the women going to get mad. They're going to get mad. They're going to be mad, but that's okay because I'm not here to make you feel good. I am here to...
So he's just saying be pissed off because he's
going to have to be mad.
He's about
when
shit.
My...
So be pissed off.
Just like when my most recent ex got mad at me because I shaved off my beard. Now, mind you, I have trimmed mine down, but I actually cut off my whole entire beard.
They got mad?
The next morning was like, cut your beard. I was like, yeah. So, me telling you that I like your beard doesn't mean anything.
No, bitch, it's my beard.
I said, nope. So my opinion really doesn't matter to you, does it? I said, nope. Wow, David. Wow. I said, wow. I'm like, what you mean, wow?
I can't even do it.
You asked the question. I gave you an answer. If you do not want the answer, do not ask the question. No, it's my beard. I'm going to cut it, grow it, trim it.
No, David, no, it's not.
I'm going to braid this motherfucker. I'm going to do whatever the hell I want to with it, and there's nothing that you can do.
It's not what you said, David. It's how you said it.
I don't tell you what to do with your hair. Although I'm sick and tired of hearing you black women talk about the styles. Most of y'all is not wearing protective styles. I'm so sick of it. I'm so sick of it.
Sorry, I got a little bit of allergy issues. I apologize, good people.
It's okay, Becky. We understand. We know about your protective styles, black women. No black
hey, my head
about your protective styles.
This is a protective style, to be
You've
fair.
been growing out your hair in a protective style for the last 6 years.
Me or them?
You ain't got no hair by now. Just give it.
Me or them?
I'm talking about them.
Why you gotta talk
all
about
types of, you be having all types of hair, long, short, whatever. But you don't really wear weave though.
Nah, if it's not like braided, nah.
That's different though.
I can't do like the lace front. Like I just can't get with the whole lace front program.
Or the full frontal install.
Like listen, I have psoriasis, man. Even if I couldn't, I don't like hair like that on my neck. So even when I have braids, it's always pulled up. I can't do it. I can't do the 28 inches. They look like they be exercising their ass off. They be shaking their. It be too much. Don't get me wrong. Do you? If you got the money to pay for it, so be it. But I'm not going to do that. That's too much work.
Right. So I'm gonna go off on this tangent, and then we're gonna come back to Dr. and Nicole Dre.
Hairline be all fucked up, and
Dr.
then they be
Dre family. We gonna. But I'm sick. Black women, don't get me wrong, but I'm sick and tired of hearing about your protective styles. Like all y'all is not wearing protective styles. I said some shit about Eve, and I said because Eve was like, well, I don't really see race anymore, you know, when it comes to like me and my relationship and woo-woo. Because, you know, she married that millionaire, Maximilian. She married that millionaire, Maximilian, and she's still wearing them 1964 Tina Turner wigs. And I said, you would think with as much money as Eve got, she could wear her natural hair. See, that's your problem. We don't wear we wear protective styles, and that's where I wear a wig right now. Wear your own hair. How about that? Wear your own hair.
Women. Now I will say, to a degree, there are some women who wear protective styles because, for whatever reason, like I know a girl whose hair is down to here, her real hair, but like anytime she wear her hair, she don't perm it, she don't straighten it. When they get out there in the sun, it gets so fried and so damaged. But like that's just her being lazy and not trying to figure out her hair and what it needs to do in order to maintain itself in the sun. But you got a lot of chicks. Girl, boo, you ain't wearing no protective style. Them edges is gone. So you ain't got no choice. All you can do is wear the weave because the weave is giving you the illusion of edges. Because you done worn for so long, you done put all that glue and tape and got to be glue, freeze gel on the front, and then snatch them edges.
Didn't that happen to Countess Vaughn?
That's exactly, yep. And she came out and said the same thing. Like when you go on these shows and stuff like that, and you wearing these weaves, they want your hair to be long and straight and all this other type of stuff. And when your natural hair don't do that, they want to throw a weave and throw a wig on you. They don't remove the wig properly or the weave properly and just snatch your edges out. And for even, I think she was on like R&B Divas or something like that. And for a while, she had to stop wearing them so her edges could try to grow back.
And she had like patches in her skin and stuff too, like all around. Hair from like where they peeling, the glue was peeling your layers of your skin off.
Yep. And they had to help her out with that. So like that's why that movie Good Hair is a good movie for people to watch.
Yeah, Chris Rock. That was good. That was good. So black women have been wearing wigs, weaves, for tens of thousands of years, dating all the way back to Kemet, to ancient Egypt. We know black women have been wearing weaves and wigs, but wear your natural hair. Try to do something with your natural hair. Try to. I say that because your hair is a reflection of you. If you are constantly wearing that long bone straight, well, everything comes from us. Yes, we know that, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about you wearing that long bone straight weave.
Yep.
And you will not wear your natural hair, or you just too easy to deal with your natural hair. I knew a girl, she had pretty hair. Beautiful BBW, light-skinned sister, had long, beautiful hair.
Yep.
She stayed in some weaves. Ugly-ass weaves at that. But over the past couple of years, she's been wearing her natural hair. So, when I say something about your hair, black women, I'm not attacking you per se. I'm just saying how you wear your hair is a reflection of yourself. If we never see your real hair, and if you ain't got no hair, if you can't grow no hair or you got hair loss, I understand.
Alopecia or psoriasis, stuff like that. Yeah.
I understand you. Because it's a sister on my Facebook, I said something about wearing your natural hair. She kind of got offended a little bit. And I was like, if you don't have any hair or something, you have alopecia or, you know, whatever.
Nobody's talking to you. If it don't apply, let it fly.
Because I knew like some twins who had cancer and they was bald headed and they wear wigs. But after a while, they stopped wearing the wigs and they just wear their bald head. To this day, they can't grow hair.
Yeah.
See them out in public, they rock their bald head. So when I'm saying things about your hair, doesn't necessarily mean that I'm attacking you, but you cannot say that your hair, how you dress, your makeup, all of that is a reflection of you. Just like I wanted to do something different with my beard. It was getting long and scruffy looking, which I kind of like that look, but I wanted to take it in. So, you know, I took my clippers and I knocked it down. And I like this. I'm going to keep this length for a little while. My facial hair is an expression of how I feel. Whether if I had a mustache or a goatee or, you know, whatever it is, maybe I want to cut all this shit off here and just go with like a chin strap, just go down on the chin. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want a goatee. Maybe I want to do that. Maybe I want to grow my hair out in a fro, get locks. Maybe I want to get some braids. I can't grow hair. I'm just saying. Your hair, your dress is a reflection of yourself. I noticed that Eve started wearing her natural hair when she started getting into Hollywood and started getting whitewashed. Remember when Eve first came out? She had a blonde girl with the Rough Riders. And then when she got that Eve show, slowly but surely, started going away from her natural hair. So you cannot tell me that every woman that wears wigs and weaves is doing a protective style. I don't want to hear that. That's just a cap for you to support your other sisters who you know is bald-headed because they wear their wigs and weaves. But anyways, I don't know why or how we got on that, but let's get back to Dr. Dre. This man here has been pouring his heart and soul out to his woman. And she is hell-bent on taking this man through the fucking ringer. Stealing from the man, embezzling funds? Really? That's terrible.
Yep.
I can't even imagine why this brother would steal. Well, I can't necessarily say that because judging by the text messages, it's like, although his heart is torn up about the fact that they're getting a divorce, the business mogul Dr. Dre is like, look, bitch, I'm selling the beach house. I'm selling the beach house. Here, I give you this amount of money a month. Woo, woo, woo. Take this money, get out of my face, go and do what you're going to do. She like, nah, I'm going to take him through the ringer. What men do you see taking a female through the ringer? Like who? Sherry Shepherd's husband, Mary J. Blige's husband. I think maybe Jill Scott had a little situation with her husband. But you don't see men dating or marrying somebody strictly for the money. You don't see it. A man will love you if you broke or you rich. A man do not typically care about those things. That's why Drake like fucking with average bitches. But in his music, he like going to the mall. He see a little average bitch behind the counter. He be like, "Hey, bitch, I'm Drake. How you doing?" But let that be a Nicki Minaj, a Cardi B, or somebody. Let that be a Suki Hana. Think they gonna talk to a broke nigga? Nope. Not even just broke, but average. Think they gonna talk to an average nigga? Nope. But I'm wrong for saying a lot of you females out here is gold diggers. I'm wrong for saying that. Well, you should want to fund my lifestyle because there was this post that Rebecca had put up about this Mexican dude, and he found the love of his life. But because he did not have the funds to take care of her the same way she was accustomed to by her father, he basically decided to throw his love for that woman away so that she could find some man who could support the same lifestyle as it was with her father. And all the females like, yeah, that's right. You need to support me like my daddy supported me. Ooh, fuck all that. You got to be down to ride. Good times don't necessarily last forever.
I got a lot of inboxes from that because your black ass decided that you want to go on there and put your comments out.
That's okay. You remember Black Godfather Clarence? You know, he went broke. He was filthy rich. He went broke. Watch the documentary. He went broke. He went broke. And even his wife was like, well, it was very trying. And, you know, because we was on hard times. We was used to this. And now we're like this. We don't know what we're going to do. But you know what she did? She stuck with him. She stuck with him. And he rose back up. He rose back up out the ashes like a phoenix.
Well, young lady, Red Richardson.
Who?
Says her name was Red Richardson. Said I was dating a Mexican man once. I also always ask men I date about their first love. So I asked. He told me that his first love was a girl in Mexico and that he had been crazy about her and they were so close. But he could not marry her because she came from a wealthy family. He did not have the money to give her that kind of life. She said, I immediately started saying, but if you love each other, that shouldn't matter. Love, that's all. That is all that's important. He cut me off saying, don't get offended, but only you black women think like that, and it's not good. If I love her, why would I want to offer her a lesser life than she was raised with? What kind of man would I be if I took a woman I love from a life where she wanted to do nothing and gave her a life where she had to do without? I was raised to believe that a man does not do that to a woman he loves. If I really love her, I want her to have the best life. I want her to have everything she has now and even more if that's possible, even if that means she is not with me. And she said, I actually realized I actually was offended, but only because I realized that Rico was right. And suddenly I realized how foolish my way of thinking was. And I did get a few comments from people saying,
yes,
facts, we're only race of people that believe in that ride or die BS, willing to accept struggle just to say we've been down XYZ years is crazy. David goes, bullshit. Hard times gonna come regardless.
Shit.
Hard times gonna come and regardless, and I need to know you down. I had somebody else say, acknowledging the system of oppression, yet not using it as an excuse for struggle love. This is actually correct. Don't at me, I'm just the messenger. You should want to be able to live comfortably from parents to partner, especially if you found him or her well off. You should want a comfortable life for yourself. Yes, it wasn't like this back in times of old Jim Crow, but today there's enough knowledge and money out there for everybody. Get in your bags. I say this with love and from experience. And the comments I got on my inbox was, this nigga, he always got something to say. Another comment, he get on my motherfucking nerve. Another comment, why are you friends with him? He always got to open his big ass mouth. Didn't nobody ask for his motherfucking opinion? I can't stand him. Can't he just not comment on your page for an hour?
No, won't do it. Won't do it because it's that type of mentality which breeds the Nicole Youngs. That entitlement. You feel that entitlement for some shit you didn't earn. You didn't earn your daddy's money and you didn't earn your man's money. But
well, somebody
to some shit that you didn't earn. How that work?
Well, somebody did say his or her, like not just saying, "Hey, you should have her." Like accustomed to a certain life. I mean, get her. You should be with her being accustomed to a certain type of life, and you ain't got no. He said him too. Now, she said, "Hey, if you ain't coming with the bag, and he used to the bag, then you should leave that man be."
But a man with money doesn't give a fuck if a woman got money or not. I got money. I don't give a fuck if you got money.
Now, why does a man?
Men and women are not the same.
I'm just a messenger, brother.
I know you the messenger. I'm delivering the message. Men and women are not the same. Women specifically choose up or try to choose up on the man who got more money than them so they can try to take those resources and mine those resources for themselves when you did not earn said resource.
Now, why do you say a man with money don't care about if a woman got money? Because I had this conversation with Marcus once before, and I was talking to Marcus about, like, don't you want a woman with a good job? Da, da, da. He was like, I work, I make enough money. I don't give a damn if she got a job or not. He was like, as long as she go to school, do what makes her happy, be successful, so on and so forth, what success looks like to her, kind of thing. So why do you say, a man with money don't care if a woman come with the bag and go?
Because a man with money has money. Like, as far as all the financial aspects of it, he got that. And because he has that, he knows that any woman would be lucky to choose up on him because he already got the bag. So I don't need you to have a bag. I already got one. Only bag you need to bring is an overnight bag. You don't need to bring that because we can go shopping in France. That's how a rich nigga feel. I got money. I don't need you to have money. I already have money. That's the way they think. Women be like, well, I have money, but let me go marry a nigga who makes more money than me. Or I don't have any money. Let me go marry a nigga who has money. Exhibit A. Anna Nicole Smith. You see, it was Anna Nicole Smith who married the billionaire tycoon.
They killed them.
And the bitch tried to take his money, and in turn, the family killed her and her son.
Allegedly, we can't prove that for verifiable fact. However,
I ain't gotta prove it. He did that shit. Oh, they did that. They did that. See, you thought you was gonna come up. Everybody already knew what it was. You were a 30-something-year-old single mother. Wasn't Anna Nicole Smith a porn star or something like that?
Yeah, she was like a porn star and all that, yeah.
Pussy been all out in the streets. It's wore out, it's blew out.
And depleted.
A hot dog down a high school hallway. And this old billionaire nigga who about to die in about 3 weeks, 2 days, 7 hours.
And 15 seconds.
And 2 seconds, okay? He gonna die in less than a month. She thought she was gonna get that bread. The family was like,
Well, technically,
gonna happen.
He got the bread because he left everything to her.
And then she came up missing, which means you couldn't enjoy.
And she came up missing, apparent suicide. And then her son, allegedly, her son was alive for a minute, for a couple seconds. And then he came up dead, apparent suicide.
Didn't she have a little baby too?
Trouble past and
Didn't she have another little baby?
You know what? Let's check the Carfax on that.
I thought she had an older son, and I thought she had like a little baby. I could be wrong. But it's a reason why Anna Nicole Smith mysteriously came up dead. Y'all think y'all entitled to something you didn't earn. How did she earn that millionaire's money? You inherited everything just by laying up and touching this little old decrepit Peter. That nigga was so old, he ain't seen a fine woman in so long, he just so happy to have somebody. Older women play the field. They do that. And then they gonna try to snatch them a baller, which the reason why you see all them hoes, and I do mean hoes because they hoes, they're fallacious women. They go to all the all-star games, the NFL all-star, the basketball all-star, the Major League Baseball all-star. They be over, them hoes be over there at the all-star weekends and the all-star games and shit, be trying to choose up on these ball players, trying to get them to impregnate her so she can get a guaranteed check from him. Dude.
Well, you are correct. So, Anna Nicole Smith, she didn't have a son. She had a daughter.
Right.
And the little girl is like 14 years old now. Her name is Daylin. She was born in allegedly September 2006. Daylin Hope Marshall Burkhead. Her name was Hannah Rose Marshall Stern at first. Born September 7th, 2006. She just turned 14, and her dad is somebody named Larry Burkhead, 47 years old.
So the average nigga. Okay, cool.
Mm-hmm.
What man specifically seeks a woman besides a homosexual?
Allegedly, Buddy is an actor.
Good for him. What man you know is raping the pockets of a woman because they're getting a divorce? Men don't do that. I should fund your lifestyle. If you don't get out of here with that, this is 2020. Oh, it's all good in the hood. It is 2020. You can't tell me nothing. I'm out here burning bras. I'm doing my thing. Just because I'm dressed this way does not mean that I am, and I can do all things, and I am one man. Hear me roar. We are equal. Sometime to split the check. Yeah, so you gonna pay your half, right? And I'll pay my half. What do you mean? What do you mean? Yeah, so what was that that nigga did? Oh, so you really interested in me, but you wanted to eat for free. Well, look, this is what we're gonna do. Waitress, we're gonna split this check. She had the soup, I had the salad. She's gonna pay for hers, I'm gonna pay for mine, then I'm getting up out of here. After homeboy found out that she was only using him for a meal, he was like, oh, hell no, bitch, you paying half this bill. Here you go. Take this. A man wants loyalty. A man wants a woman who gonna hold him down. That's why it's so hard for men to find love, especially rich men, because all these females out here trying to come up. That's why when you find somebody who really holds you down, a man will love you forever. That ain't to say that he might not get no cooch on the side. I mean, that's just in a man's nature. I know plenty of men love their wives to death, but then they fuck them hoes. That's just in a man's nature. That, women equate you going out and having a little bit of sex on the side to you not loving them. That's not the case. It's not how men are wired. Most men, anyways. But genetically speaking, as a generality, generally how men are. They spread the seed. They are not the carriers of life. They are the givers of life, so to speak. So, but yeah, nigga, I'm wrong for saying that.
Of course you are. How dare you?
I'm wrong for saying that it's not my responsibility to the lifestyle that your daddy gave you. See, your dad isn't there necessarily for like the financial aspect of it, although that is part of it. I'm not saying that I want to be broke. I'm not saying I want you to be broke. I'm not saying I want we or us to be broke. I want to prosper. I want you to prosper. I want us to prosper. But does shit happen? Do hard times come? For a lot of people, hard times do come. And I got to know the truth now. What was that, 21 questions? 50 Cent, 21 questions. Would you love me if I was down and out? That's what a man wants to know. Will you love me when I'm down and out? When I lose all this paper, are you still going to be by my side? Joe Budden broke up with Tahiri. Like, cause you know him and Love and Hip Hop star Tahiri, she like a little Puerto Rican or something like that. You know, they dated for a long time when they was like younger. I think in like the 20s, somewhere in that neighborhood. Him and Tahiri dated, and they was real toxic because, you know, they was just young and stupid, and they really weren't good for each other. And Joe, was it Tahiri? I don't know. I think it might have been Tahiri, but Joe lost a job or his rap career or something didn't take off the way it was supposed to. And she left. One of his little chicks left. I think it was Tahiri, if I'm not mistaken. Mm-hmm. And then she was like, oh, it's over. This nigga has reached the peak of his usefulness and wealth. It's time for me to leave him alone and go jump ship. Mm-hmm. Joe Budden got that podcast. He got on Everyday Struggle for a while. Built his brand back up, got his podcast going, got his sponsorship, getting money, done met a new bitch, done had a baby with the new bitch, and now you over here looking salty. Now you trying to throw salt on that man's name. Oh, Joe did this, and he up, and he's abusive, and he did this, and he did that. And Joe, I'm so glad he came out on this podcast like, yo, look, when we was together, we were fucked up. We was young. We didn't know no better. We were toxic for each other, but we was young and we was stupid. That was then. I don't see you. I don't talk to you. I don't fuck with you. That was then. What happened then is what happened then.
And it's almost like
both was toxic. We both was.
I saw that interview. Not interview, his podcast he did talking about it, because it's almost like she trying to make it seem like he was just beating on her. He was like, yo, like, you was doing a whole bunch of stuff too. Like, we basically, like, we were just toxic for each other. Huh. Don't try to make it seem like she came out with this whole victim nonsense.
But why? Why do you think she came out with the victim nonsense, Rebecca?
That's a good question. I think I'm just saying it's mighty funny, right? That she came out with this story right around the time that Joe Budden announced on his podcast that he was leaving Spotify. He didn't shit on Spotify. He didn't do any of that. He just said that it just wasn't, like, the numbers wasn't right, basically. And I'm just saying, right after he did that, here this bitch come. Joe Budden did this to me. He did that to me, so on and so forth. A lot of people think that maybe, allegedly, this is Spotify's doing. Maybe somebody gave her a bag. I don't know. A lot of people saying that maybe she did it for clout. I forgot what Lovely T said because she did a video about it, but some type of something sacrifice. I don't know. But I can't remember exactly what she said. But a lot of people thinking that she's doing it for clout. She clout chasing, attention seeking. The money get low, then the hungriness show.
You mad because Joe Budden is on his Janet Jackson shit. That song, I think it was Janet Jackson had that song, like, it was like almost like a remixed version of like the original song, like, Oh, I bet you think the song is about you, don't you? I'm doing better without you. So much.
Yeah.
You thought the nigga had used up his youthfulness. You thought that Joe Budden was never gonna be shit. He was never gonna climb back up. But that nigga climbed back up out the gutter, found a new bad bitch, had a baby with her, and you mad because you probably single, or you if she ain't single, she messing with a broke ass nigga, and you over here looking at Joe Budden drinking that haterade. Like, man, this nigga here.
I think it's called Son of a Gun. She did.
Y'all know that double up video, the Nipsey Hussle double up video, rest in peace to Nip, the marathon continues. You know that double up video, right?
Mm-hmm.
He's where he at? He in the trap, right? He in the trap.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody know. I know everybody done seen it. Everybody done seen it. He started out in the trap. She like, oh, babe, I want to get involved. You know, Lauren London, his little wifey or whatever. She played a chick who was there in the beginning. And she thinking that selling dope and, you know, moving weed and shit is cool. Oh, man, I want to get involved. We'll be like, oh, okay, well, here, take this amount, put this in here. Once it reach that number, put it in the bag, do this, take this downtown on 125th Street.
Yep.
Get the money, come back when you done. And she seen the police on a whole other situation. Police was on a whole other type of time.
What didn't even pertain to her.
She got paranoid. She dropped the weed, the phone, burnt out, right? Oh, this is too much. I can't take it. She burnt out. Oh, she did good. She did good. She got her little rich dude. The dude who was selling the house, homeboy, like, yeah, you know, woo, I'm selling this house. We just got finished doing it. Woo. Hey, man, look, man, I want to introduce you to my girl. Hey, baby, hey, you know, nigga be yelling upstairs, right? Hey, baby, hey, girl, come on down. Woo. She come on downstairs. She looking like, oh, have you two met? Oh, no, we've never met before, player. What's going on? You know, woo.
Mm-hmm.
So he like, babe, walk him around the house, show him around his new house.
Which would have been your new house.
On the beach, next to the ocean, with the long driveway and the, you know, 3 levels, you know, 18,000 square feet and shit. I don't even know how big it is. I'm just throwing out a random number, okay? He like, yeah, babe, go and show him around the house. Oh, this is this. Woo. He played it like a whole G. He ain't mentioned nothing like, oh, bitch, why you leave me? Woo. He's like, oh, okay, that's what's up. And at the end of the video, he was like, hey, check it out. I want you to meet somebody. Hey, Lola, come over here, please. Yeah, this is, what's her name? Yeah, hey, this is my new bae. You the old bae, this the new bae. And she was looking like.
Now, you say all of that, sir. You, your face is killing me, bro. What do you say to the women that's gonna say, oh, so you trying to say that I'm supposed to just stick around for some hooga-booga ass drug dealer that could possibly get me locked up, pushing weight? What'd you say to that, Dave?
Nobody said that you had to do that.
Mm-hmm.
But you have to buy into a vision. A man's typically going to have a vision for himself, and you may or may not fit inside that vision.
Mm-hmm.
A man will make room for you inside of his vision. That doesn't necessarily mean you the whole vision. That just means he can make some space for you. I can find you a job in my organization type of deal. So, I mean, if a nigga doing it like that, then he should already have an exit strategy. You should already have a game plan. If you are messing with a drug dealer, and a lot of people do, right or wrong, doesn't matter to me. But if you if you're dating somebody who's doing some illegal things according to the Webster's white man and his governmental rules,
mm-hmm.
then first of all, you like it over there because you in that situation first and foremost. I didn't know. I didn't really like the fact that he was a drug dealer, but you like the fact that he was buying you all the purses and shoes and clothes. Cool.
Buying jeans, boots with the fur is what you're saying.
So you complicit in his drug dealing, but you didn't drug dealing, but you like the results of the money that came from that drug dealing. Let's not act like you was innocent because you know this nigga sell dope. You know this nigga sell dope, but I mean, if he doing it like that, then he nigga should have an exit strategy. I know old heads, 2-time felons, did not do nothing with the hundreds of thousands of dollars of dope money that they had.
True.
90s and the 80s.
Ain't got nothing to show for it.
Nothing. Not to say they're not good people, not to say they're not doing okay. But
they ain't got nothing to show for it.
You ain't got nothing to show for your dope dealing, because y'all like the nigga tell me, like, hey man, we was kids, we didn't know no better. We just had money, cars, we had hoes and shit. Nigga, we was just kids. We didn't know what to do with all that money. We were just So if your nigga doesn't have a game plan, regardless of if he in the dope game or not, then you probably should not mess with the dude, because he really don't have no vision for himself. And if he don't have no vision for himself, then he don't have no vision for you. But let's say if nigga is selling dope, what's your end game? Well, look, I'm doing this so I can pay for this school, or I'm doing this so I can get these semi trucks, or I'm doing this until I can get me a couple properties. Whoop, 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 right? It's a black chick. Prime example. It was a black chick. Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, somewhere. You know what homegirl did? She a stripper, right? She ain't one of them voting strippers. She a smart stripper. She stripped.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Into 2 semi trucks.
Yep.
2 brand new semi trucks. She shook her titties and ass into 2 new semi trucks.
It's a lot of women who do that. They strip for their business. They strip for college. They strip to pay for college. It's a lot of doctors and stuff like that who were strippers. They didn't have enough money for scholarships, and they was trying to do a 9-to-5. 9-to-5 wasn't enough money to pay tuition. It was like, hey, they got to get their paper.
But you got a plan, though. See, it's about having a plan.
Yeah.
You have an exit strategy. I'm not going to be stripping forever. I'm just going to do this. Like Diamond from Players Club. Diamond didn't want to strip forever. She just want to strip, get through school, whoop-de-whoop. All right, cool. You out. You out the game. You strip, you did your thing. Because, I mean, honestly, stripping, even if you do strip, you got a good probably 10, somewhere between like 18 and 30 to be a really successful stripper. Not to say that you would not have the looks or anything, but after you get to a certain age, your looks are gonna fade. Your body gonna start to sag. That's just what happens to everybody. So you're not gonna be stripping forever. So what's your end game? If you play in the NFL, are you gonna continue to play in the NFL until you catch CTE? Are you gonna continue to play in the NFL until you have an injury to where you can no longer play? You 28 years old, you just got an injury, you're in the prime of your life, you can't play. You done forever. You done blew all your money. Now what?
Now you may have somebody that argue and say, well, stripping is legal and Nipsey Hussle, what he was doing is illegal.
Look.
They both may have an exit strategy, but still.
Life is a myriad of colors. It's black, white, purple, gray, and everything in between. And my thing is, as long as you got an exit strategy, as long as you got a plan, do what you do. Do what you do. I'm not going to be mad at you, honestly. I'm really not. If you not necessarily harming somebody, I'm not going to say that drug dealing is harmless. Of course, it's harmful. But niggas is going to do what niggas is going to do. You know, people are going to take drugs. They're going to use drugs. They're going to sell drugs. That's always been for a long time. I don't know if they had drugs in ancient Kemet. I don't know. But definitely in Europe, you know, with Alexander the Great and all them. I think it was Alexander the Great gave his troops cocaine to keep them going, up, alert, and marching on to their next conquest. I think they would put the coca leaves in the bottom of their feet or some type of like plant that's a drug that's kind of used to like numb your nerves a little bit. They would put them at the bottom of their feet so their feet didn't hurt. They would give them cocaine and stimulants to keep them up so they can be hyped and ready for war, so they can march longer, harder. There's always going to be a certain level of darkness. It's always going to be a certain level of light. You ain't never seen the Avatar with the higher chakras who was like, you know, up here, and the lower chakras when Guru Pati, I think his name was trying to teach him about his chakras. That shit is real. Your lower chakras is your lower self.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to have people who like living in their lower self. They love debauchery. They love everything dark and negative. That's always going to be there. Then you got people who want to get out the hood and who want to do better, who want to succeed and who want to do different things and go different places. And you got the other people who won't even cross 270 in West Florida. And, shit, nigga, 270 West Florida. As far as that go, I'm going to that Walmart, nigga, and then I'm going straight home. I hope and pray that Jennings does not catch me driving illegal. Get out, man. Get out when you can. Have a plan. Do something.
I agree.
Gotta get out. So, you know, I love women. People like, you hate women. I don't hate women.
Well, it shows Sam like it. You always, when you stop wearing weaves, and what about your choices? And let's talk about that.
I mean, hey, but see the thing, I own my stuff. I own it. I own it. I know that I got with my ex, and I gave up my place. I moved in. I moved out, and then I moved back in, and then we end up having a domestic.
Yeah.
You know, now I'm having to work at the auto parts store, which is cool. I like my new job. I enjoy it. Don't get me wrong. It's cool as fuck, but it don't pay like that security was paying. I was knocking down a little over $1,000 every 2 weeks. You know, give or take. Definitely knocking down at least a G. I'm not knocking down nothing under a G every 2 weeks. I fucked it up. I gotta admit that. But I own my mistakes, and I want women to own their mistakes. Own your shortcomings and the things that you do, and call out other females, because you know your homegirls be wrong. You mad at a nigga, so you gonna key up his car. You know your homegirl is wrong. Whatever happened to the sister circle? Hold you accountable for the things that you do. Girl, you don't do that. But your sister circle consists of negative hoes because your mama wasn't shit. And your granny might not have been shit. And that's okay to say that. It's okay to say that your family is not shit. Because I used to say as a child, like, well, my mom is like this. It's not to say that I don't love my mom. I love my mom very dearly. But I know how she is. I know who she is. I know certain flaws in her thinking. You know, well, don't rock the boat on the job. But I understand also that comes from the generation which she came up in. So I love my mom, but I don't have to agree with everything she say. Or there was a lot of things that my father did when I was younger that made me realize, like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to do those things. My father's a great man. He taught me many great things, but have we always been cool? No. There were certain things that I seen my pops do, be like, I don't want to do that. That's wrong. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to get in the habit of doing like that, even maybe going down that road. The only difference between you and I is I'm big enough to admit my faults. And I call other dudes out. I call dudes out just like I call women out. But ultimately, it's your decision on who you want to mess with. If you want to mess with a dude who's satisfied being in the gutter, that's on you. But if you mess with a dude who about something that you can buy into the dream, oh damn, this nigga's amazing. Like, wow, this nigga's straight amazing. Like, this dude got the whole plan laid out. Can you get behind that? Can you help a man? Well, I cook and I clean, and not in Cardi B's case, because she clearly says she don't cook or she clean. That's another subject for another day. But you cooking and cleaning, that ain't shit. It's not 1960, 50, 40, 30, 1920, 1970. You cooking and cleaning and keeping house ain't shit. It's cool, don't get me wrong, but I can cook, I can clean, I can wash my own clothes. That's what I'm used to doing anyways. So you washing my clothes is a nice gesture. Is it like everything? Is it the all the end all? It isn't. You want me to respect you. Get out here and get dirty. Pick up this weed eater. Get on this lawnmower. Push this motherfucker. Do this here. Pick up these leaves. Grab that rake. You want me to like you, to be into you. That's what I need. You know, like most men these days, we feel like we could cook, we could clean. A lot of us live by ourselves anyway because we see how the marriage game going. If a dude love a woman and y'all get married and y'all all good, and then one day the woman, oh, I want a divorce, or I'm getting half and then some. That's why a lot of people stand by themselves in their own spots, washing their own drawers, cooking their own food, because a lot of dudes is really turned off by the whole marriage thing. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
Really?
Hell yeah. That's why a lot of men stay single.
I know a few, it ain't a lot of men that I hear talk about marriage, but I know a few that still talk about marriage and they want to be a husband to somebody and all of that. It's not a lot though. I will say that.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with marriage. I look forward to being married someday. But one of the problems that me and my last relationship had, we from two different generations. So she feels like her cooking and cleaning and keeping house is her job, and my job is to be outside in the yard. I do that. I love doing that. That's what my business is based off of. But for me, I'm laying in bed with you, and it's like, it would be so nice if I could do this or do that, or it'd be nice if I could open up a bar or a lounge. You know, I can buy that old spot over there near downtown. I can fix it up, and I can have a banquet side, and I can have a club side, and I can do this and I can do that. I'm like, that's great. That's fantastic. Let's do it. I don't have no money. Okay.
Yeah.
That, to me, as a millennial, as Generation Z, I guess I'm in, to me, you get in a business, you don't even have to help me with my business. I want you to have a business. I want you to be able to get out of this raggedy job that you working, so you can do something that you actually enjoy doing, that you actually have skill in. You know bartenders, you know DJs, you know promoters, because you used to be an old club. You an old club chick. You know everybody. You know the hot spots. You know the promoters. You know the people. Even if you just get you a little hole in the wall, a little lounge, a little club in a nice location, you can start there. You ain't got to have the whole 3,000 square feet worth of bar space. 3,000 square feet is the size of a gym floor. So if you can imagine how big a gym is, that's how large 3,000 square feet is. So for me, it's disheartening for me, like, oh, well, she don't want to start a business. But for her, it's like, well, I cook and I clean and you know, this, that, and the third, and that's my job. We both can do that. I like to cook. I don't like cleaning. I'm not gonna lie, I hate doing dishes, but I like to cook. We both can keep house. We both can wash the clothes. Like, I think I washed the drawers and shit one time with my clothes, you know, bras and shit. It's like, I was told, man, you never wash your clothes. Your unmentionables. Like, why? What? Why? I don't know. It's just the way I feel. I see you in the motherfuckers. When I wake up and go to bed, I take the shit off. When, you know, we finna get freaky dicky or whatever, take the shit off. But can't wash your stuff. But you feel like that's your job. I would rather for you to go start a business. I would rather for you to do something that you actually love doing instead of be like, well, this is my job being in the home. I'd rather you do something else. Because that home shit, you thinking that's your contribution to the relationship because you from a different generation. Me, I'm like, that's cool. We, you know, it's nice. I think she misunderstood when I was talking about Kim, the fact that she had cooked for me, because a lot of females, they don't want to cook. They don't want to foot a bill. They don't want to, you know, cash app you $20 for lunch. That's just the females I've experienced. Now, since I have been working in the auto parts store and I see a lot of like Mexicans, because there's a whole lot of Mexicans in the area, when they come in the store, a lot of times they gal will pay. They'll stand right behind their gal. Jose and Hector stand right behind, and the old gal will swipe that card and they'll keep it pushing. So, I mean, maybe it's just women that I'm dealing with, but it was like, it was a nice thing. Like, oh, damn, she cooked. It's not like, hey, that's what I require every day, all day. It's just like, hey, this is nice. This is cool. I can get used to somebody cooking from time to time, but is that something you got to do all the time? No. Well, that's just me. I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm pretty sure we about over time. So, Rebecca, do you have any closing remarks?
Years to come, we're going to get so much hate from this damn podcast. They'll be like, burn them niggas now.
They ain't even going to listen to it. They're going to see my face. They're going to be like, nope.
These women going to be like, he's a woman hater. And she didn't defend us.
I got a whole lot of friends that are women, so that's bullshit.
I'm just saying, people don't know that.
You're right.
People don't
hear.
They don't hear what you mean. They hear what you say, and they make their own interpretation of what they think you said, even though they are completely wrong.
Hey, all the females I know don't be on that fuck shit, so maybe that's why.
What that shirt say? Your shirt look like it may could quite possibly.
Says no one is illegal. Hold on, let me go down.
On the stolen land.
Says no one is illegal on stolen land.
I wish the lettering was black.
It's like, well, I could have got a black shirt of this, but I was trying to do something different because I'm typically like a cool color person. I like dark colors, blacks, greens, blues, browns. I don't too much do bright colors, but I was like, I need to start adding some brighter colors to step out of my comfort zone. So I'm like, let me get an orange shirt.
It's a nice shirt. It's translating as red. It's not really translating as orange. Or
right. I noticed that if I turned off the light, then it'd just be like.
It still translates as red.
Yeah, it does kind of look red on the camera, but that's cool. It's no worries.
But you can tell the difference in the sense of the red that's on the shirt versus the background. But yeah.
True that.
But I have nothing, sir. Stop pissing people off on Facebook so they can stop inboxing me, nigga.
I'm gonna be like Skip Bayless. Y'all ain't never noticed that? Big time. Skip Bayless is funny as hell.
Skip Bayless and Shannon Sharp is the best thing
funny
in that show. Listen.
Shannon Sharp will say some shit about LeBron, and here comes Skip. He'd be like,
and then Skip go in and
love Shannon Sharp.
Well, listen, Skip. Listen, Skip. And Skip, you're not gonna cut me off. And then Shannon be like, listen, love it. Love, oh my God, I love Shannon Sharp. I love Shannon Sharp.
I don't hate women. I don't. If you get offended, then you're probably one of the women who looking for a come up. I'm sorry. Hit the If I was who you thought I was, that
You speak so
that
vehemently.
went quite differently.
You speak so vehemently about women.
I love
Like,
women.
pronounce it all the way out and make sure I say the word right.
I love women. Don't get me wrong.
Bitches.
But if you play your cards right, you can get chose up on. Flat out. My homegirl, Angel. Shout out to Angel. Beautiful sister. You know, short. You know, got the hips, ass. You know, nice, really pretty sister. Angel's very pretty. You know, she got 6 kids, 7 kids. She got like an older set of kids, and she got like a younger set of kids. Girls. Shit, I know. Me and her used to rap. She was single for the longest. Because, you know, I really come correct. You know, she's very intelligent. She speaks well, you know. Knowledge of self, all of that. Not afraid to wear her natural hair. Because for long as she had like a little short little cut, she had like the little part swirled up in it. You know, it'll be dyed red. It'd be real cute looking, right?
There your color. There go the color. He kicked in for a second.
Finally, there it go. She found the love of her life, apparently, and has moved out of St. Louis. So, shout out
That's what's up.
to you. I am happy for you. You know, I am so happy. But yeah, you could get chose up on if you play your cards right. If you don't be on that bullshit, a man will actually want to choose up on you. Dude chose up on her like they both like bikers and shit. You know, she real into the big biker culture. So is he. Black love, you know, black biker love, all of that good stuff. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, he got a good job. He got a little plot of land or whatever down south. Shit, he got some kids. She got some kids. He love her kids like they his and all this, that, and the third shit. They fell in love. They ain't even been together a year. Shit, she done moved down to, I think, Alabama. Dude that got her a car. Done bought her a slightly used Chevrolet Impala because she didn't have a car. Something happened. I don't really know. But something happened. I think she got into an accident and it kind of scared her from driving. Homeboy bought her a car like, hey, this your car. We're going to teach you how to drive. Taught her back how to drive. Now she got her own car. She rolling. Nigga, she doing good. She doing good for herself. And Angel got to be, shit, early 40s. Now, she might be like late 30s. She might be like 38, 39. Beautiful sister. But we used to talk when we worked together like, you know, it's hard out here. You know, you can't really find nobody. She's like, well, I'm just going to do me. Just going to be single until I can find the right one. You know what I'm saying? If the universe send me somebody, whoop-de-whoop, this, that, and the third, sent her somebody, they doing good. They doing real good from what I said. They finna get married, all of those other stuff. Seemed like her family like to do. I'm happy for her. So you can get chose up on. Even with a couple of kids, more than a couple of kids. You might not get chose up on as quickly as the 21-year-old, 25-year-old, whatever the case may be, but you can get chose up on. You can come up. You can wait on your knight in shining armor if you just be open and willing to receive the information in which the universe is trying to give you. And the universe is using me to speak to you to get off the BS. Stop looking for a man for a come up. Love that man. First of all, before you even do all of that, love yourself. Love yourself, love yourself, love yourself. That is so important. I cannot stress that enough. He or she who does not love themselves will love somebody else.
Maybe next time we can talk about the difference between loving yourself, being independent, not chasing a man for the bag, and being too independent.
We can do that. We can do that next time. But instead of being independent, you should say interdependent, because I've talked about it on the podcast before, but I'll just give you a little snippet. I talk to certain females. I want to see where your head is at, right? I tell a female, I want an independent woman. They be like, I want an independent woman? What? What do you mean? You don't want an independent woman? It blows their mind. I don't want an independent woman.
Interdependent.
Exactly. I'd be like, they'd be like, well, you want a woman who's dependent on you? I was like, no. It was like, then what do you want? I was like, it's a third option. It's a very rare third option that a lot of people have not heard of. It's called interdependence. Rebecca said it, interdependence. And females be like, what's interdependence? We don't necessarily have to be like talking like we trying to holler at each other, whatever. We just be having general conversation. And I'll be like, I don't want an independent woman. What can I do with an independent woman? You independent, you make your own money, get your own car, your clothes, your shoes. You don't need nobody. You cool by yourself. All the ladies independent, throw your hands. You good. You don't need me. I can't do nothing with an independent woman. I want a woman who's interdependent. We depend on each other. Dr. Dre's relationship was not interdependent. He had a dependent relationship. Because she clearly didn't bring nothing to the table. And now she's trying to take everything off the table. But he'll figure it out. But yeah, that's all I'm saying, G. I don't hate women. I got a lot of female friends. Females love me to life. Honestly. I got some beautiful, beautiful, beautiful friends. Fine-ass friends. Gotta talk to them, because just because I find them attractive don't necessarily mean I'm going to holler at you. Like, I am attracted to you, but do we have that spark for us to like rap like that? No. I had to explain that to a young nigga at the Metro Lane. Concerning Angel, I think Angel's very attractive. He's like, man, I want to try to holler at her. Because, like, that's my friend. Like, I don't have that
type of connection, yeah.
I want to talk to her. Am I attracted to her? Yes. Do I want to talk to her on that type of level? No.
Yeah.
Despite what you all may think, not every man who finds women attractive wants to holler at them.
Facts.
True. That is just the truth. The Overweight Love on Instagram. I know I can keep ranting on forever and forever and forever. And y'all are probably tuned out by now, but if you had it, this is the absolute close. So the Overweight Love on Instagram, letter D, OVR, WIGHT, LVR on the IG. More Law St. Louis is the website. We get ready to shut down for the winter, kind of, sort of, kind of going hibernation mode. Work this little gig, come up on some hours. I got some plans to go hard next year, get some new equipment. You know what I'm saying? Try to change my business, try to make things a little bit more efficient, a little bit more smoother, so I can get in the other yards faster, so I can do that more. And then we'll just see what happens. So that's all that I got, you know. Becky.
That's it for me. Finally, my editing's done, waiting for my book to be approved so I can put it out.
So you finally finished the call center book?
Yeah, man. I'm just waiting for it.
Congratulations.
Yeah. That's it for me, man.
And my book, nigga, David.
Not this one, but
an asshole.
Still working it.
Probably got me as some asshole nigga in the call center. Everybody thinks Dave is an asshole. Period.
Shut up. No, it ain't like that. The Call Center Chronicles is more so a book. It's more so like what call center representatives go through from training up until the end, and it does involve some story times. Now, I thought about bringing out a book that's based on like that type of thing, of like making it into like an actual story type of thing. But I haven't figured that part out yet. But right now I am working on like I'm working on actually a crime novel. It's very hood, very like, it's something different than what I've ever read. And I'm excited about this book. That's the book that you're in. You are an asshole in that book.
When are you coming out with the next chapter of Running Away from Jesus?
Jesus. First of all, that's not the name of this book. David's being an asshole.
You bullshit. You bullshit.
I don't know if I'm gonna write another chapter to that book. I mean, I had at least 4 or 5 people ask me to write another book to that because they felt like it left out open ended. But I don't know, man. I don't know yet. I don't know if I'm gonna write another book to that book.
Because I hate women so much, Rebecca, I'm gonna give you this tip as your friend.
Shut up, nigga.
You should take the 50 Cent approach. You should take the main book and split off into the side characters. Because you see,
well, that's what I'm doing. That's actually what I'm doing. That's why in this other book that I write, You Are an Asshole, because I'm taking your character and this other character, and I'm putting it in their own. Like these 3 other characters are gonna be in their own spinoff. That's where like this very hood, very it's a different book. It's just a different type of book.
Hell yeah, that's how you monetize your work. That's how Tyler Perry did it. How many niggas got 152 Madea movies?
That is fair. And a
and
whole
plays.
And then the shows are spinoffs. And all he did was cherry pick each character. It's smart. It's genius. He cherry picked each character from a play.
Mr. Brown got his own little, him and Cole
into a TV show
little thing, and you know, other people got their own little spinoffs and shows and series and stuff. So best way to do it, introduce a bunch of main characters, and then you split off, branch out.
Well, as in the last book, the investigation company that worked for Renee to find Garrett and his Gavin and the old girl who was trying to blackmail them, that investigation company, they'll have their own book, so to speak. So yeah, it's a lot going on with that book.
I gotta buy those again. I had them, but then they got wet.
You know who gave me some money for a book? Yo, boy, Percy gave me. He was like, "Here go $20." I didn't know he read. Not saying that. I'm not saying that to be an asshole, but I didn't know he read like that. And he was like, last month I was in St. Louis. He was like, "Here go $20, man." He was like, "Give me an autographed book." I was like, okay. Whatever comment that was, let that go.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say. I'm not gonna say, but have you sent Brother Metu his book, Rebecca?
I have not. So Brother Metu's book will not get mailed until Friday.
Metu, we got you a book coming. I'm gonna stay on top of Rebecca until
Brother Metu has been asking for a book for like a year. He asked me for my Cash App. I can't even remember if I sent it to him, to be honest with you. He might have sent it to me, and I just don't remember.
Anyways, nigga, that's it for the Social Con St. Louis podcast. We'll be back on another one of my off days. Since the nigga's not working full time for himself anymore, I just gotta schedule around my little off days. So it might be a little slow on the uploads from now on.
Yeah.
But I promise some content is coming. So stay tuned. Hit the like button if you're on YouTube. Hit the share button, the subscribe button. You can catch us on all the major streaming platforms, the Anchor, Spotify, Apple, Google, all that good stuff. King David, Rebecca Quarles, signing out.
Peace.